screen. Mhm. Can you all see it?
No, we don't see now.
No, we can't.
Okay, now it seems okay. Now we see.
Now we can.
And if I put it on slideshow, I suppose you won't be able to see it for some reason.
We see. Everything is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, everything is fine. Please go on.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. And yeah, you already did the introduction for me. What can I add is that European Schoolnet is a network of 30 ministries of education. And today with me, I also have the manager with whom I'm helping conduct this project. Miriam Molina, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yes, hello everyone. It's a pleasure to be with you today. As Ioana said, I'm the project manager of Life Terra. I work with her in the STEM department here at the European Schoolnet. And we're very excited to share our findings after 4 years of creating Life Terra with you.
So today we are going to talk about the Life Terra initiative and how its mission of planting trees is supported by education, but can also benefit from education. And we will go through all the materials and activities that Life Terra created to promote environmental education across Europe, inspiring younger generations to take climate actions. So what is Life Terra? Basically, it's a European initiative which acknowledged the pressing need to take climate action here and now, and it enables people from all around Europe to do just that. And the way it does it is by planting the right tree in the right place. That's basically their motto. And they don't only plant it, they also monitor each tree through a tagging platform where each person planting the tree can actually find it in this platform. But what makes really Life Terra a unique project is its effort to make everybody concerned and most of all aware of the consequences of climate change, because they recognize that you can only care about an issue so long as you understand it to a certain extent. And the way it promotes this understanding is by engaging communities in each of the tree planting activities they organize, and most importantly, educate the future generations about sustainability and climate change issues. And this last point will be the center of our discussion. So to facilitate these younger generations in their acquisition of knowledge on sustainability topics and climate change, we have produced 3 main educational resources. The first one is a guide to organizing school planting activities. And before we talk about the contents of the guide itself, let's try to understand what are the benefits of bringing tree planting within the school context. We've already the first benefit that there is to it is the environmental ones. Indeed, tree planting has been recognized as one of the nature-based solutions that promote mitigation and adaptation strategies to climate change. But the other 2 benefits, the social and the pedagogical ones, are what really can help sustain the effort of taking climate action over time. When we talk about social benefits, we mean that by educating students to care about the environment and empowering them to take climate actions, we are also having an indirect impact on their parents and on the community these students are part of. On top of that, the guide also promotes and encourages schools to take to create connections with the municipalities and to have them involved in the projects by providing resources, helping with identifying the plot of land. And in this way, also the municipality becomes aware of a project that they can sustain then over time. And what probably interests us most in this conference is the pedagogical benefit. Indeed, tree planting can be a great learning resource because it's an outdoor activity, and if you can think about something more hands-on than planting a tree, having a student planting a tree, let me know, because to me, really, this is the best example of providing concrete and practical activities to students. And on top of this all, it also offers the opportunity to touch upon multiple topics and multiple subjects while organizing these tree planting activities. Because students can learn, for example, about the growth of trees, about the water cycle, the need of pollinators within the ecosystem, but it can also be an opportunity to learn about climate change quite directly. We had many Turkish and Greek teachers, for example, reporting to us that they use these planting activities as an opportunity to have their students reflect on the effects of global warming on their local forests. As you know, the last summers were quite hot and many fires exploded all around Europe. So these teachers explained and made the students reflect on the effects of global warming, but then by planting trees, they also empowered students to restore some of the areas that were affected by these fires. So this activity also serves to encourage students to think and act responsibly. So for what regards the content, this guide really was conceived to provide a step-by-step guide for teachers interested in organizing a tree planting activity, from finding the right plot of land and the right types of trees for considering the weather conditions and the place this school is located, to also providing tips on the pedagogical activities that can be organized all around this event. The second resource we have created is the Terra Mission Educational Pack. It was created to support teachers in teaching environmental education for students that are aged 8 to 10 and 11 to 14 years. This pack is structured around 8 interconnected themes, which include climate change, the circular economy, water topics, water waste, the water cycle, etc., waste, and many others. Actually, they are not all here. And each of the 2 packs, both for younger children and older children, has an introductory and an ending lesson. But what's really special about this pack is that each theme is made in an interactive way. It is presented on a board where students can really actively engage with the contents that are presented and with the issues that are touched upon. And it's full of problem-based assignments and ideas for outdoor experiences. And also, because we recognize that teachers sometimes are left alone to think about this hot topic for which materials are still emerging right now, we have provided for each of the themes also a guide that support the teacher in the delivery of all the content of the theme. So they are not left alone in doing the job, let's say. But at the same time, we know that teachers know better than us how to deliver the contents, and especially they need to adapt it to their own curricula and to their own classroom context. So this pack is actually very adaptable, and teachers can really take complete ownership of the materials. They can change the slides, combine different themes. We had a teacher, for example, translating the whole material to Poland. And as you've seen before, the materials are not for students that are older, but a teacher who teaches high school classes, for example, might want to take these themes as a basic structure and then enrich them and adapt them to the context of a high school. So in the last 4 years, we've seen that this Terra mission pack really was really successful and really useful. We received plenty of positive feedback of relieved teachers who received something they were really looking forward to and really wanted. And we achieved more than almost 27,000 teachers use this pack. We estimated, by being very conservative, that this pack reached around 300,000 students through the teachers who used it. And I leave the floor to Miriam to talk about the third resource.
Thank you very much, Ioana. Now, as you've seen, the Terra Mission Educational Pack has many materials, lesson plan, many initiatives. So how can teachers easily adapt it to their curriculum, to their classroom? Well, together with Scientix, which is the Community for Science Education in Europe, LifeTerra has created a massive open online course, a MOOC, and this is available in the European Schoolnet Academy website. So in this course, basically, the teachers will find ideas, ready-made learning scenarios that will help them tailor the content from the Terra Mission Educational Pack to the topic or the subject that they are teaching. So with the MOOC, the teachers learned about LifeTerra and also about outdoor experiences that they can bring to their students, practical assignments. At the end of the course, they had to design learning scenarios. This was their final assignment to obtain a certification. And in order to do this, apart from having full access to the course, to the Terra Mission Educational Pack, they also got access to ready-made learning scenarios that we co-created with primary and secondary school teachers. We also organize webinars on tree planting and pedagogical approaches to outdoor learning. And basically, apart from a knowledge source, the course is also a big community where teachers can share resources, experiences, and connect with other teachers that live further away from them. So the MOOC launched in 2022, and it was so successful that we decided to rerun it again 1 year after in 2023. And now both MOOCs are finished, but the content is still accessible for everyone in an archive mode for self-learning. So the only difference is that teachers cannot receive a certification anymore. Now, in this table, you can see a comparison between both courses in terms of participation. In the first one, we had 1,135 participants, which increased to 1,451 the second time that we ran the course. Usually this not happen. Teachers see it one time and they don't want to access again, but this means that we reach even more educators. And these numbers also translate into an indirect reach of students of more than 30,000 the first time and more than 17,000 the second time. And again, as Ioana explained, we're being conservative with these numbers. In total, 534 people completed the MOOC, which is, again, a high number for online courses, if you are familiar with this data. But this number did decrease in the rerun. This could be due to teachers wanting to join the community, perhaps explore the activities, the resources, but not per se interested in obtaining a certification anymore. Both courses, as you can see, had a 60% engagement rate, and course participants also filled a pre and post questionnaires that help us understand the needs of teachers and also improve our learning courses. As you can also see at the bottom of the slide, most of the educators felt that they know how to better reflect on their own practice after completing the MOOC. And most of them, they also think that they will use the ideas that they've gathered in the course in their classroom. And if we look specifically at the MOOC rerun, 95% of the teachers already used the ideas from the course in their professional practice by the end of it, which shows that the MOOC was really hands-on and they were really putting into practice as they were learning in the community. Let's have a look at more data from the pre and post course surveys. In this case, the self-assessed competence in using materials and ideas for teaching sustainability before and after the MOOC. So teachers had to choose a statement that represents their level of competence. So on the Lex box, we have the impressions for the first run. In blue are the results before taking the course, and in yellow, these are after. So I would like to highlight how teachers feel ready to implement what they have learned and even advise others after completing the MOOC. If you look at the box on the right, this reflects the same data, but in the rerun course, with blue indicating the answers before joining the MOOC and the red after. And similarly here, educators' confidence increased substantially after the course, and they feel ready to raise environmental awareness among their students and the school community. Now, when you have such a great momentum, you see these numbers in a project focusing on education, we think it's very, very important to use it. So after all these teachers learned about the project Life Terra, they even created their own learning scenarios and connected with other educators. We decided to use the momentum and join an international campaign. So every year, the STEM Discovery campaign takes place between February and April. This is an initiative by scientists, which invites educators, projects, organizations, libraries, schools, any stakeholder interested across Europe and beyond in STEM, and also to celebrate STEM careers. So an action or an activity can take many forms. You can join the STEM Discovery campaign by organizing a workshop, a webinar, by creating a learning scenario, or even implement one that was created already. You can invite a speaker in your classroom. You can discuss outcomes of a hackathon, organize one yourself with your students, you name it. So Life Terra has been joining the STEM Discovery campaign since 2021, from almost the very beginning of the project. So from the beginning, we try to get more educators to learn about Life Terra and its resources. And as you can see, whenever there was a MOOC combined with the STEM Discovery campaign, the numbers of teachers using the Terra Mission educational pack increases, as well also as the number of entries to the STEM Discovery campaign, with the most outstanding results being the ones from this year, 2024. Now, the reason is that this year, Life Terra was the co-organizer of the STEM Discovery campaign, which gave an immense visibility to the project, with 700,000 participants learning about Life Terra, and 167 of the entries being shortlisted for the Scientix Life Terra Awards. So only on 2024, well, until April-May 2024, there were 59 school planting events organized within the STEM Discovery campaign. And the Scientix Terra Mission Award honor teachers and educators that organized educational activities to inspire students to take climate action. So we had two types of activities. They could organize a planting event with Life Terra using the planting guide that Ioana was sharing earlier with you, or to implement activity in the classroom using the Terra Mission educational pack, which you also learned about today. And now we have two winners, and these winners will join a Life Terra planting event in Spain, and also an online event next week to showcase their projects, which will also give visibility for their schools and also for themselves. And with this, I would like to pass the floor back to Ioana.
So to conclude rapidly, we have introduced to you the 4 main initiatives that support Life Terra's mission of educating the future generations on environmental topics and actually engaging them to take climate actions. And the first one was the school planting guide. As we've seen, it brings many benefits. It can be a great pedagogical activity, and it supports in general the final mission of Life Terra of actually planting millions of trees and having the community engaged into this mission. The second was the Terra Mission Educational Pack. it's very adaptable, and teachers can really take ownership of this pack by using, mixing, translating, adapting their slides. The Terra mission MOOCs, as Miriam introduced just now, they help teachers understand how all of these materials can be integrated and used. And finally, the Life Terra Awards within the broader STEM Discovery campaign, which on the one side brings more and more people to learn about Life Terra, and on the other, it rewards the efforts of these teachers who actually took the pack, took the planting guide, and decided to do something with their classrooms. And what we noticed from this experience is that teachers' engagement with the initiative increased as we proceeded to create a network of opportunities for them that were related to the same topic. So, for example, the MOOCs supported using the Terra Mission Educational Pack. We've seen a spike in views and usage of the pack, and so did the planting guide. And teachers took complete ownership of these materials, and they adapted them and reported back to us using these materials through the STEM Discovery campaign. And mentioning the STEM Discovery campaign, we observed a major spike in engagement once Life Terra acquired important visibility within a campaign that usually attracts many, many teachers and has a wide audience. So we can conclude that in general, from a project point of view, taking advantage of these visibility opportunities can really push the adoption of the materials and reach the intended outcomes of the project. And for the pedagogical?
Yes, I would just like to add that on the pedagogical level, we've noticed that teachers really prefer to use materials that are made by other teachers. This will be more engaging for them. Also, whenever there are hands-on activities, teachers as well as students, they are way more engaged in the classroom, and the knowledge is more relevant for them. So all the activities should be engaging and, if possible, connected to real-world problems to be meaningful for learning. And that's it from our side. We will be very happy to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you so much.
Thank you.